Hi everyone. Now let's discuss topic 8 of Unit 4, writing computer forensics reports. A computer forensics report is a formal document prepared by a forensic investigator that summarizes the findings of a digital investigation. It presents evidence, methods used, and conclusions in a clear and legally acceptable manner. In simple words, it's like the final story of the investigation, showing what was found, how it was found, and why it matters. 2 mark questions. What is a computer forensics report? Mention 2 purposes of writing a computer forensics report. Give 2 examples of evidence summary included in the report. Name 2 best practices for writing a forensic report. What is included in the executive summary of a forensics report? 5 10-mark questions. Explain the importance of computer forensics reports in investigations. Describe the key components of a computer forensics report. Outline the steps involved in preparing a forensics report. Discuss the challenges faced while writing computer forensics reports. Illustrate with an example how a well-prepared report helps in legal proceedings. Computer forensics reports. A computer forensics report is a formal document prepared by forensic investigators to summarize their findings during a digital investigation. These reports are essential because they translate complex technical evidence into a structured, understandable format suitable for management, legal authorities, and courts. Purpose: provide a clear and structured summary of the investigation. Ensure evidence and conclusions are understandable by non-technical stakeholders. Serve as legal proof in courts of law. Maintain transparency and accountability of forensic procedures. Example: after investigating a company network breach, a report details which systems were compromised, what malware was involved, and recommendations to prevent future attacks. Importance of computer forensics reports: provides a chronological account of the investigation. The report details every step of the investigation in the order it occurred, from evidence collection to analysis and conclusions. This helps establish the timeline of events for legal proceedings. Example: if an employee is suspected of leaking confidential files, the report might show when the files were accessed, copied, and transferred, giving a clear timeline of the breach. Helps present technical findings clearly. Investigators translate complex data from hard drives, logs, or network traffic into understandable language. Graphs, tables, and screenshots are often included for clarity. Example: a report might show a screenshot of an email header or a packet capture that proves phishing activity, making it understandable for non-technical stakeholders like managers or judges. Serves as a reference for future investigations or audits. Forensics reports act as documentation that can be referred back to if similar incidents occur. They provide lessons learned and help improve security measures. Example: after a ransomware attack, the report may highlight how the malware entered the network, guiding IT teams to patch vulnerabilities and prevent future attacks. Ensures accountability of forensic personnel. Detailed documentation ensures that investigators' actions are transparent and follow legal and ethical standards. This protects the investigation from challenges in court. Example: if an investigator collects evidence incorrectly, the report will document procedures, and the court can evaluate whether proper protocols were followed. Components of a forensics report. 1. Title page. The title page identifies the investigation clearly. It includes the case name, the investigator's name, the organization, and the date of the report. This helps anyone referring to the report understand its official context. Example: case, unauthorized access to HR database. Investigator, John Doe. Organization, XYZ Corp. Date, the 27th of August 2025. 2. Executive summary. This is a concise overview meant for non-technical readers like managers or legal authorities. It highlights key findings, conclusions, and recommendations without detailed technical jargon. Example: the investigation confirmed unauthorized access to the HR database, likely via phishing emails targeting HR staff. Immediate password reset and MFA implementation are recommended. 3. Investigation scope. Defines what is being investigated, objectives, and limits. It clarifies what is inside and outside the investigation boundaries. Example: scope Analyze employee workstation logs and email servers for evidence of data exfiltration between July 1st and July 15th, 2025. Out of scope, personal devices not connected to corporate network. 4. Evidence summary. Lists all collected evidence with details such as type, source, location, and unique identifiers. This includes digital evidence, hard drives, logs, emails, and physical evidence, USB drives, printed documents. Example: Evidence ID 001, USB drive recovered from workstation. Evidence ID 002, HR server login logs from 01, the 15th of July 2025. 5. Methodology. Describes tools, techniques, and procedures used. This ensures transparency and shows that forensic standards were followed. Example: Disk imaging performed using FTK Imager. Email logs analyzed with X-Ways forensics. Hash values verified using SHA-256. 6. Findings. Presents the results of the analysis. Includes anomalies, malware traces, unauthorized activities, or breaches. Each finding should reference supporting evidence. Example: Finding 1. Unauthorized access detected on July 10th, 2025 from IP 192.168.1.101. Supporting evidence. Login logs, evidence ID 002. 7. Conclusions. The investigator interprets the findings and explains what the evidence means in the context of the investigation. Example: Conclusion: The unauthorized access was likely internal, facilitated by compromised HR credentials obtained via phishing. 8. Recommendations. Provides practical actions to prevent future incidents or mitigate risks. Example: Implement multi-factor authentication for HR accounts. Conduct phishing awareness training, and review network access policies. 9. Appendices. Contains supporting materials like logs, screenshots, hash values, diagrams, or copies of relevant documents. Appendices keep the main report concise while providing technical proof. Example: Appendix A. Screenshot of suspicious login attempts. Appendix B. SHA-256 hash values of analyzed files. Steps in writing a forensics report. Collect and organize data. Before writing the report, gather all evidence and organize it systematically. This includes forensic images, logs, screenshots, email headers, and any physical devices. Example: Collect server login logs, employee workstation images, and USB drives recovered from the scene. Label them with unique evidence IDs for reference. Document investigation methodology. Clearly explain the tools, techniques, and procedures used during the investigation. This ensures transparency and proves adherence to forensic standards. Example: Disk imaging was performed using FTK Imager. Packet capture was analyzed using Wireshark. SHA-256 hashes were generated to ensure integrity. Summarize findings clearly. Present the results of the investigation in a structured manner. Each finding should be linked to evidence for verification. Avoid technical jargon for non-technical readers. Example: Finding 1. Unauthorized access detected on HR server on July 10th, 2025 from IP 192.168.1.101. Supporting evidence. Server login logs, evidence ID 002. Draw conclusions. Interpret the findings to explain the impact and cause of the incident. This helps management or legal authorities understand what happened. Example: Conclusion: The breach was caused by phishing emails targeting HR staff, leading to credential compromise and unauthorized access to payroll data. Include recommendations. Suggest practical steps to prevent recurrence or improve security. Recommendations should be actionable and based on the findings. Example: Implement multi-factor authentication. Conduct employee phishing awareness training, and restrict access privileges based on job roles. Review and verify. Ensure the report is accurate, complete, and free of errors. Cross-check evidence references, methodology details, and findings. Example: Verify that all log entries match timestamps and evidence IDs before submission. Best practices for writing forensics reports. Clarity. Use simple, concise language for managers or legal readers. Avoid unnecessary technical jargon. Documentation. Include dates, timestamps, and clear references for every piece of evidence. Confidentiality. Do not include speculation or personal opinions. Focus only on verified facts. Supporting evidence. Attach screenshots, log excerpts, or hash values in appendices. Structured format. Use headings, subheadings, and bullet points to make the report easy to follow. Example: a report for a phishing incident could include title page, case name, investigator, date, executive summary, breach occurred via phishing targeting HR, payroll data accessed, findings, unauthorized login detected, supporting logs attached, conclusions and recommendations, implement MFA, employee training, access control reviews, appendices, screenshots of suspicious logins, hashes of forensic images. Challenges in writing forensics reports. Conveying technical findings to non-technical readers. One of the main challenges is translating complex technical data into language that management, legal authorities, or clients can understand. Investigators must balance technical accuracy with readability. Example: explaining a malware infection shouldn't just mention Trojan dropped in %app data %directory. Instead, it can be written as a malicious program was installed on the employee's computer that allowed unauthorized access to sensitive files, maintaining accuracy while summarizing complex data. Forensic investigations often generate huge volumes of logs, emails, or network data. Summarizing this information without losing critical details is challenging. Example: out of thousands of log entries, only 50 might indicate unauthorized access. The report should clearly highlight these without overwhelming readers with unnecessary raw data, ensuring legal admissibility of evidence. Every piece of evidence presented must meet legal standards. Mishandling, incomplete documentation, or missing chain of custody details can render the report inadmissible in court. Example: if a USB drive is analyzed but the report does not record who handled it or when, a court may reject the evidence, avoiding omissions or misinterpretation of findings. Investigators must be careful not to leave out crucial details or misinterpret data, as this can mislead management or legal authorities. Example: misreading a server log could incorrectly indicate an internal employee caused a breach when it was actually an external attacker. Real-world examples: corporate data breach report summarizes compromised servers, malware signatures, affected accounts, and recommends security patches to prevent recurrence. Ransomware incident report lists encrypted files, attack vector, ransom note, and forensic steps taken to recover or preserve evidence for legal or insurance purposes. Employee misuse investigation documents unauthorized USB transfers, downloads, or policy violations, providing clear proof linked to individual users. Thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe.